but you saw the ways that you can make money. You get percentage from the free events, percentage from the 3-day events, percentage from the other products and services we sell to these people. You get a speaking slot, you get a monthly email blast, you get the money from your newfound knowledge. Now, here's the other things you got to realize. You're going to get a lot of other things are going to start to happen for you because you have a lot of newfound knowledge you didn't have before. And, oh, by the way, once you have experience running live events, guess what? You become a hot commodity. I can tell you right now, if you know how to run a live event and you have been trained and you have knowledge about doing this kind of stuff, I can tell you right now, you can make a really good income because there's a lot of people out there that need this type of help. They need people who know how to do this. They need people who can run these things and can analyze them and can prepare them and do those kind of things. And the last thing is other deals are going to happen because you're hanging around other influential people. I don't know what those deals are. Like I said, I have a 100,000 person email list. Just hanging around me, you may find an opportunity to make money with me that might make $5, $10, $15, $20, $50, $100,000 or more. Just by meeting some of the people that I know, you might figure out ways to do that. And I can tell you one of the first mentoring programs I went to, I paid $15,000 to Yannick Silver. And, I liked that program, but I didn't really get too much out of it just because I wasn't ready for the information they were sharing. But Yannick Silver wrote a headline for me, and he wrote three bullet points. He wrote a headline and 3 bullet points. From that headline and the 3 bullet points, I made close to $1 million from one headline and 3 bullet points. And I can tell you right now, I did not have the skills to write those words. So I just want to say to you, you never know what's going to happen. Okay. One of these mastermind events, I met David Day. We've made millions of dollars, both in real estate and in business, teaching other people real estate strategies with private money. So you just never know what kind of people you might meet. Here's my last kind of guarantee. If after 12 months you have not doubled your money with me in this investment, whether through seminars or selling webinars or other things, I'm going to actually just ship you 75,000 names, phone numbers, email addresses, and in some cases we actually have addresses. I'm going to actually ship you an entire list of 75,000 people. Now, these won't just be 75,000 random people. These will be people that have been investing, buying stuff. Okay. If for any reason, for whatever reason, I can't really imagine a reason why you wouldn't make all the money back from your investment. But on the other hand, if you don't, this is my remedy to you. I'm going to ship you my whole list. Okay. And I'm going to put it in writing. Just so you know, I'm going to put it in writing so you know that. But like I said, I'm expecting you guys to come on board here as apprentices, to be a part of this team, to learn a lot. We're going to move fast. We're going to impact a lot of people quickly. Like I said, we have a 20 million person database, and that is just the beginning. That is the beginning of the things that we have to move forward this year. I also know another gentleman who generates all the leads for Kiyosaki seminars and Get Motivated and things like that. And he wants to start a webinar division where actually work online. He said he could put 500, 1,000, 2,000 people in webinars. It's just there's lots of opportunities out there, my friends, lots of opportunities. So I'm looking forward to working with those people that see this as an interesting opportunity and want to learn more about it. Okay, now let me just cover a couple more points, and I'm going to take questions here at the end. How am I going to choose the applicants I'm going to work with? I think this is an important question that people are going to be thinking about and asking. First of all, I'm going to take them first come, first serve, because I believe that wealth rewards action, penalizes indecision. Some of you have heard me say that. I believe it wholeheartedly. When you see something you want, when you see something that can help you take a quantum leap, when you see someone willing to give of themselves and willing to help you go to the next level, either you're grateful for that and you take action fast, or you're not grateful, or you don't, or you may hem and haw, or you what's the word I'm looking for? Wealth reward action penalizes indecision, or you're indecisive. Okay. And it's not that indecision is necessarily bad, but for people who are successful, I can tell you this right now. Every time I see some knowledge or information that I need, I try to move heaven and earth to get that information. Sometimes I've overpaid for it. Sometimes I've underpaid for it. It doesn't really matter. If that piece of information, that set of information is stuff that I need to know, then I try to move heaven and earth to find it. And those are the kind of people I'm looking for. Results-driven people, people that are driven for success, people that have been successful in other things, people who are looking for maybe a new way to generate income. And I've got the data. I've got 20 million records. I've got my own list. I can get lists. I can find access to lists of people. Okay. And so that's not my problem. What I need right now are people who actually know how to do the business. People know how to run events. People know how to set these things up to make money. And then we make money. And that's what's exciting about it. It's a very, very profitable business. It's a fun business to be involved. Okay. Now, the second thing is I'm going to arrange for a discussion with you. That will take place sometime between today and the end of the week, maybe the weekend. By the end of the weekend, though, I am planning on having all the apprentices determined, whoever they are. Okay? I'm not going to just keep it open forever. If you want to do this, if you're interested, go ahead and send the email out there to the email address that we put out here, which is 7figureseminars@gmail.com. Now, if you're real hot to trot and you want to talk to me about this, you can also text me on my cell phone. Okay. Now, when you do email me back, please state your name. Please state your phone number. Please state your email so I can follow up with you. I don't want you to send me any money tonight. I don't want you to even think about that right now. Well, all I want you to do is if you're interested in this, email me back. I will talk to you personally. I'm looking to take at least 5 people, up to 10 people into this program, and we're going to work together. I'm going to double your money to all the things I know how to do. And even if I took your $5,000 and turned it into 10, and you didn't want to do anything else in this business, that's fine with me. You'll take the knowledge down the road with you, and you'll use it, somewhere down the road. If you see that you want to be more active in this business, then you'll have opportunities to do so. Obviously, we're going to have lots of ideas for lots of events, lots of things. We're going to need everything from people who can manage the event, from people who can fund the event, from people who can help at the event, for people who can stand and work in the back of the room, who work in the front of the room. There's just any number of things that you could be doing with us. Let me just say this. The more you help other people, the more you get out there and are working with influential people, the more likely it is that you'll be really successful. And I think that anyone who's on the line who's successful already, who's been successful in the past, knows that to be true. Okay? So maybe you don't know everything perfectly about this program. To be honest with you, I might not even know every single last detail perfectly about every single thing that's going to happen in this program. But what I do know is I'm going to work really hard to make sure the people that come into this program have a great experience, learn a ton, and they can make money. Okay? Now, I am going to questions. So for those of you, and there's a lot of you still out there, thanks for hanging online with me here. I am going to pop up the questions here, and I have to actually learn how to use the computer. Just kidding. I have to drag this down. Okay, yes. Here's some questions. So I'm going down and seeing questions. Actually, there's not too many questions. Someone has asked, do you have a record of this webinar, and can you send it to everyone? I do have this webinar recorded. I can send it to you. Guys that are out there, and there's a lot of you out here still, what questions do you have? This was kind of a little bit difficult to go through because it kind of had a lot of moving parts. Okay, but what questions do you have? If you have any questions, please go ahead and submit them. Bottom line is, if I'll be looking forward to talking to those people out there. This has kind of struck a chord. If you already have a service, if you already have properties, if you already have a business of some sort, there's no better way to really make that business take off than to learn this kind of stuff I'm talking about right here. I'm going to let you stand up in front of the event, sell your stuff. I'm going to let you, market out to these leads. I'm going to split revenues with you on the events. And so, and then of course you'll have a relationship with me. I mean, I joined a couple programs, to be honest with you. I joined a couple programs just to have the relationship. I paid a guy named Ted Thomas $15,000. Well, I wasn't really sure what I was going to get from him. But the reason why I cut that check is because, or I've actually used a credit card in that case, I think. And by the way, there were times where I didn't have a lot of money. Okay, I know what it means to sacrifice. I know what it means to kind of be looking at your bank account and seeing, looking at your retirement and seeing that thing dwindling. And so, yeah, I mean, I've been there. So I'm just saying that don't think that I just came from such abundant wealth that I could just stroke a check at any time. And hey, I understand what everyone can go through out there. But what I was going to say is that I wrote that check to get the relationship, because here's what I figured out. If you have a good relationship, if you buy people's mentoring programs or apprentice programs, and you get hobnob with them, and you know them, and you meet them, you end up getting their cell phone. You end up getting their email. And that's kind of some of the stuff. Well, that's a lot of stuff that I've done. I've joined a lot of these programs really to network and meet the people, and I want to meet the most influential people. I'm not interested in, just meeting anybody. I want to meet people who can move and can shake, people who can get stuff done. And you do too. You want to network with those same kind of people. Okay, so let's see what questions. We do have some questions. What if you do not have a product to sell at an event? Okay, this is important. I'm going to do an hour of consulting with you. One of the things I'm going to do then with you is figure out what types of things you could do. Okay, just because you don't have a product in mind right now doesn't mean you don't have something of value you could offer. Okay, I'm going to have to explore that a little bit more with you. Now, I have products and I have services which you could sell, and I have friends, a lot of friends, that have products and services that you could offer, you could sell. I have friends right now who have products and services, and they're out of the business, and their product or service is sitting on the shelf. Literally, no one out there is selling it. And there's something called licensing. Have you guys heard of licensing? Well, when you license a product, you might only have to pay the owner of the product 5% or 10%. Did you know that Robert Allen, for example, licenses his name, and he gets 5 or 10% of all the sales? He's not even active in the business. He doesn't go to any event. He doesn't do anything. They just cut him a 10% royalty check or a 5% royalty check. Okay, anyway, those are some of the things I can tell you about. Okay, is the minimum investment $5K per event or all events? The minimum event investment is $5K, and the $5K will be pooled in 20 to $25K, and that will be used to do one event. So in any one event, there will be up to 5 apprentices. Now, what I am allowing people to do is, seeing how I'm going to work to double the money from the investment, you could choose to actually just own that whole area. So, for example, the first event is going to be in LA. And by the way, don't get hung up on the locations. Okay, there's a lot of locations across this country, and people have money wherever. Certain places where people have more money than other places. But I can say this: I know a lot of seminar companies that go to Topeka, Kansas, that go to Little Rock, that go to some of these mid-tier cities. They do very well. Bentonville, Arkansas. I'm just saying there's a lot of mid-tier cities you can make really great money at too. So don't get hung up on locations right now as much as understanding how it's going to work. We're going to have up to 5 investors per event. Okay. If we get the total number of 10 investors, then we're going to have 2 different teams, if you want to call it, apprentice teams. We'll have the apprentice team that will do the one event, and the apprentice team will do the other event. Okay. And I'm going to choose people first come, first serve. So if you submit the application to me, whether by email or by my phone, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you the first shot based on you getting the application to me. So I'm going to go right down the list, and that's how I'm going to do it. Okay. Can I come to Miami event if I can't make Los Angeles? Dave, yes, of course. We're going to be doing lots of different events. So the goal right now is to do one in LA and one in Miami. Actually, I'm going to let you, just so you know, Marcus, I'm going to let you come to whatever event we're doing as an apprentice, as someone who has been a charter member of this. Okay. I'm going to give you guys special treatment, you guys that are coming here in the beginning, because you're at the beginning of this thing. Now, 6 months from now, I can tell you right now, we'll probably be rolling big time with this. Okay. We're at the beginning right now of this particular part of our business. We're not at the beginning in the sense that we've never done this. We've done this plenty of times, but we're at the beginning of rolling out this new brand, this new strategy, which I love the strategy. I love the strategy of 7-figure blueprints people. I love the brand Part-Time 7 Figures that really describes what people want to do. And we don't have to sell them just stupid stuff. We can actually sell them real blueprints, real detailed plans on how you do this stuff. Okay, like Ross Hamilton, he has 30,000 paying users. He's going to come in and do a full session on how he built his 30,000 users, the tools he used, how he, that's the kind of people, the kind of things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking for real people who are really doing it, and they'll be exposing their secrets.